Captain Fuji, where you been at? Captain Fuji said no space. You meant Spence. No, Spence said it happened in sparring. Went to Dallas doctor, then Nevada doctor. No, incorrect. Incorrect, brother. So, again, y'all be trying to put words in people's mouth. He went to the pre-fight checkup. They in the pre-fight checkup, obviously, the pre-fight checkup is in his is where it's in your town, right? Why would he fly to anywhere else when it's in his town, right? It wasn't time for him. So he went to the pre-fight checkup, the routine pre-fight checkup, and they found the injury. Okay. Then he went to and got multiple different opinions, and then they all told him the same thing, that he has to get immediate surgery. And so when asked about it, right, he didn't say anything. That was people speculating and other people saying, when do you think it happened? And he said, and they saying that he said it might have happened in sparring. It might have happened because of a headbutt. It might have happened this, so on and so forth. That's all speculation. Nobody. He never said it happened. Once again, there's people trying to figure out when and where it happened. Kevin Lawson, what's going on, great brother? How you feeling?
All right, I'll put the link in the description below. But this is it right here. Errol Spence Jr. The key word is says he is grateful. See, Errol Spence says he's grateful he caught the eye injury in time before it threatened his career. So let's go down. I'll leave the link in the description below just in case you think I'm nitpicking and taking things out, right? So here we go. Let me go down here. During the session at the world-class boxing gym in downtown Dallas, Spence said he felt something amiss. Stopped the session. What session did he stop? And said, my eye. Okay? So, in other words, whatever session he was doing was sparring, and he said, wait, my eye. Despite his left eye not being right, Spence told the ESPN that he sparred again 2 days later, and then during a pre-scheduled medical checkup in where? Dallas. The following day, his fears were confirmed, and the doctor said Spence's eye looked like dark clouds. So let me scroll down some more. So Spence, 27-0, 21 knockouts, was told not to spar until he was examined by an eye specialist. You don't want to lose your eye, son, the doctor warned him. So the first one was in Dallas, and he said my eye when he was sparring, right? Okay, so after consulting with PBC founder Al Heyman, Spence immediately traveled to Las Vegas, on August 8th of the comprehensive pre-fight medical testing. Yes, I'm screaming. The eye exam was conducted on August 9th. Yes, because in August 10th, that's when he announced what happened by the ophthalmologist, Dr. Thomas F. Kelly, who told him he couldn't fight okay, you got to get this eye fixed ASAP. Okay? So with the diagnosis of the retinal detachment break, Spence, ESPN now pound for pound boxer, was deemed until the fight. Okay, blah, blah, blah. But let's go down to what he said, because this is what he said. This is not what ESPN said. This is what he said to ESPN. I'm grateful that I caught it. It's a career-ending injury for a lot of our boxers. Let me say that again. I'm grateful that I caught a detach. It's a career-ending injury for a lot of other boxers. Spence told ESPN in his first public comment since the surgery. So this is his first public. Oh my God. This is the first public that he had, and it was with ESPN. Shit, man. Even if the world had happened earlier, if it had happened early, I would have still tried to spar and things like that, and it probably would have damaged it permanently. I'm just grateful it happened when it happened. I caught it. In other words, he caught it, not the examiner. He caught it sooner than later, and I have another chance at what I love doing. Now,
Captain Fuji said no space. You meant Spence. No, Spence said it happened in sparring. Went to Dallas doctor, then Nevada doctor. No, incorrect. Incorrect, brother. So, again, y'all be trying to put words in people's mouth. He went to the pre-fight checkup. They in the pre-fight checkup, obviously.
In that article, I didn't hear 3 opinions. See, in the beginning of the narrative, there was a lot saying about how the pre-examiner, the doctor, the ophthalmologist, he found it. That's what I've been hearing in the beginning. I ain't forget. That's what I'm screaming. That's what I heard. I heard that Spence didn't even know. But how you don't know if you say my eye during a session of sparring? I can't. He say, she said shit, and you really don't know the whole story, and you assume that this is what you say, just like you said in the video. Speculation, well, this happened and that happened. Well, who should I take? Should I take the speculation in his camp that their word is born? Or should I take the interview with ESPN? I don't care about ESPN, but what he said to ESPN, that matters, not ESPN.
Captain Fuji, I need you to put up, I need you to direct us, because you so boldly said it. my good brother. Now I need you to boldly direct us to exactly where Errol Spence did the interview, and he said he got injured in sparring, and after he got injured in sparring, he went to his doctor, and then he went to Las Vegas and asked them for their opinion. Sure, Coronado. What's up, Ken718? What's going on? Where you sent the link at? He said I sent the link. Where is that? Salute to my brother Captain Full G. I sent the link. This is Spence words. It better be Derrick James and Errol Spence in the interview. Funny Markel, what's going on? Right? It had better be Errol Spence and Derrick James in the interview. And send it to my Instagram. In my inbox. What's going on? Don't be so quick to try to debunk me, brother. You know what they say? Everybody be so quick to try to be first instead of being correct. So, my brother, I need you to show me the interview Errol Spence did, and he said definitively, him or Derrick James said that this took place in Spawn. Go ahead, I need you to show me that. Wait, put it on inbox. Right here, right now. Put it in my inbox. Don't wait, what are we doing here? It's an article, not a video. I don't want to see articles. Don't tell me what a third-hand party told. I want you to show me the interview Errol Spence did. Brandon Benincourt, what's going on? The Zoom version. So Errol Spence did this interview.
Yes, he did.
So put the link in the chat. Go to Instagram and just inbox it to me. Just copy it and paste it and put it in the inbox on Instagram, great brother.
I hear you saying that you don't do articles, and where did I get this article from? But remember, when he had that examination, after that examination, he did an article with ESPN, and it's not ESPN that I'm concerned about, it's what Errol Spence said to ESPN, all right? And then after that, he probably did a whole bunch of different interviews, but by then, whatever his camp said before matters, okay? It's not what he said after, right? Because if you read it, you'll see that this is what he said. This is not what a third party said, like what you said. But I don't do third party articles. I understand that because I watch you, Blueblood, and when you have an article and you say, I'll put the link below, and you say, well, this is what he said in this article. This is what he said, not a third party. So you do articles, but you just don't do third party articles. Let's read between the lines. I understand that, brother. Okay? So, see me putting the link. I see it. I put it about 10 times. I was like, why? No one's seen it. Everybody calling me, I'm capping. I don't know what I'm talking about. That's fine. That's good. All the funny names and all that shit is all dandy and shit, man. I like that, right? So, you know, I can't send the link, and guess what? I don't have, and I keep telling these people, I keep telling people on my channel, and people think I be lying. I don't have Instagram, and I don't have fucking Facebook, because I don't want to be seen by people in the past. Christmas past. I don't want to be bothered with people. People that's just not necessary to me. So I don't want people to say, oh, I remember you from back then. No, I don't want to see you. I don't want to hear from you. So I don't have Facebook. I don't have Instagram. I might as well get a freaking Instagram now. I mean, damn. I just got TikTok. My little young blood was like, I want you to just get TikTok and hook it up to your YouTube channel. I'm like, how you do that? I'll show you how to do it, man. You might get more views and subs because I don't have Instagram. I don't have YouTube. I don't have Facebook. So I'm not like all out there and shit like that where I can have 1 million followers. And believe me, brother, I would never try to direct your people to my channel to get subs. Not like that, all right? As a camp that's telling you this, and it's, listen what you said about the speculation. Listen one more time. Listen.
Opinions, and then they all told him the same thing, that he have to get immediate surgery. And so when asked about it, right, he didn't say anything. That was people speculating and other people saying, when do you think it happened? And he said, and they saying that he said it might have happened in sparring. It might have happened because of a headbutt. It might have happened this, so on and so forth. That's all speculation. Nobody. He never said it happened. Once again, there's people trying to figure out when and where it happened. Kevin Lassine, what's going on, great brother? How you feeling?
Well, the Manny Pacquiao fight with the detached retina. How was your sight? And can you fill us in a little bit on what happened and how you first noticed the injury?
I feel like it happened in sparring, and I heard it pop, and I was like, my eye, and then I took probably like 15 seconds, and then I went out there and sparred support because I didn't know what was going on or anything about it. But I started seeing like little clouds and things like that.
On the eye injury with Spence, and people's like, "Why are you making a big deal out of it?" Listen, man, listen to what I'm saying. It's not a big deal, right? To some people, it's not a big deal. But when Ugas and Spence did the face-off, what did they bring up? They brought up the accident. Then they brought up the eye injury. They brought all this shit for sympathy, right? But when I bring it up, and I'm questioning Blue, right? Not to make him look bad and I look right, but some people think that when you question them, you're questioning their beliefs. No, I'm just questioning the situation. That's it, just the situation. And I'm saying that I'm hearing it this way, and I'm trying to show you proof of an article, right? And you telling me, no, you're incorrect. Now, How do you think I'll feel? See, you're so worried about I'm trying to make you look wrong, right? Because you on this high pedestal. But what about me? I'm a small channel. Yeah, I have a reputation too, right? So when I get back to you and I ask you, yo, Blue, this is how I the first super chat I said, Blue, we can now agree that eye injury for Spence was a sparring. And he's like, well, yeah. And then all of a sudden, he started getting into his feelings and he started to say, and he said, wrong, brother, incorrect. Now you're trying to put words in my mouth. I'm not trying to put words, letters, sentence, syllables, nothing in your mouth at all, my brother, right? Because I sent him a nice super chat just saying, we could both agree now, because we had some turbulence and interference with how we presented this eye narrative. And
Captain Fuji, brother, super chat, so we can agree now that the eye injury happened in sparring, right, Blue? I guess that's what he said. Tapon Whack, what's going on? Yeah, it's all good. Take on. I guess he said he think it happened in sparring. Like, I don't know. Happened in sparring. That's normally an injury that don't happen in that manner, Captain Fuji. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's an injured eye. Who cares how it happened? I don't care how it happened. It's a broken detached retina.
So you see, he don't care how it happened. But all he do care, the way I'm seeing it, is that when I told him how it happened, he came off to me like, I'm putting words in his mouth. I don't know what I'm talking about, right? But he doesn't care. Now he don't care, right? But it was okay for you to question me or point the finger at me saying I'm wrong. See, we both got feelings, right? You got feelings, I got feelings, right? So if I come to you, because you're a big channel, and I also look up to you in a way, you know what I'm saying? Because I get your information. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to be like one of these dumbass channels that say, oh, I don't watch you. What's the sense of me watching you? Why are you watching me and shit like that? No, I'm going to watch you. Regardless if I like you or not, I'm going to watch you. So if I tell you I got some information, and this is how it happened, and in the beginning you was like, incorrect, brother. You're trying to put words in my mouth. Well, that statement right there made me feel some way like I'm doing something, and you're telling the whole world that I'm doing something that I ain't do. So you trying to tell me as a man I can't speak up for myself? Is that what you're telling me, Blue Man? But no, you see it as I'm trying to win a battle. I'm trying to win an argument, and that you're wrong and I'm right. Okay, so, all right, I'm right. What next? What, I want a biscuit or something? What did I win? I'm going to get all your followers to follow me? No. Okay? Because your Dominions is going to follow you. They don't do their information. They don't do their research. They just listen to you because it's so easy to, because you're a common face on this boxing channel that just tells you what it is. You have a narrative that you spin, right? I am a Crawford fan. You're an Errol Spence fan. So when you say it doesn't matter where it happened, it does to a Crawford fan. It might not with an Errol Spence fan. Oh, it does to an Errol Spence fan when it benefits them in an argument. And I'm trying to chop that argument now, man. I'm trying to chop that argument now. And that argument is dead. It's dead. That shit happened in sparring. That's it. Y'all can't bring that up at all, man, as any excuse in any future fights. And that's what I'm trying to prove right here. And that's it. But for you to say that I'm attacking you, but you ain't attack me, look at my statements to you. My statement was this, bro. They said that happened in sparring. You said no, wrong, incorrect, my brother. Incorrect, my brother. Now you're trying to put words in my mouth. You were so in a rush to prove me wrong so you could look right. All this, I didn't ask for all that, man. I didn't ask for all that, bro. All right, because this is entertainment purposes only, and also educational purposes only. So let's move on and get educated in how people feel. Are they feeling like we're talking boxing? Or are they feeling that they're trying to win an argument? Or do it lead up to their feelings? This is what I'm trying to get at with Errol Spence and Crawford fans. And watch as we move along.
It said, Captain Fuji, brother, in super chat. He said, yes, you did say it did not happen in sparring. My last video on my channel cleared that up. Yeah, but what's the point, though? Ashir Shamim, what's going on? I don't understand what's the point. What's the point? Explain what we're getting at here. If I said it didn't happen in sparring, that type of injury, I worked in the operating room for 17 years. That type of injury normally doesn't happen in sparring or in that manner. But okay, let's say it did happen in sparring. But what's the point, though?
Now, if he's working in the operating room, I don't know his profession and his career and how much money he was making. Anybody working in the operating room must be making a lot of money, all right? Because you're doing some kind of operating. But either he's trying to say he worked in the hospital and he's been in the operating room and he's been in sorts of areas where, trauma occur, emergency, blah, blah, blah. But let's do the AI overview. Yes, retinal tears and detachments can and do occur in boxing. These injuries are often caused by significant blunt force trauma to the head-eye area that is inherent to the sport. Boxing is considered a high-risk sport for ocular injuries due to potential for retinal tears and other vision-threatening complications. Now, this is the part here. Here's why retinal tears happen in boxing. Blunt force trauma. Now, punches to the head and face can cause the eyeball to move rapidly, leading to tears in the retina. So you don't have to get punched in the eye, right? But you could get punched in the face, depending where it is, and in the head. And that will cause your eyeball to move rapidly, leading to tears in the retina. So, we have things in boxes in history, I can't recall all of them right now, that had retinal tears. Oh no, besides Errol Spence, it was Sugar Ray Leonard and go on, but I'm not there with that right now. It happened in sparring also, even if you wear headgear, the glove thumb could glaze your eye, an elbow, anything can happen. When you're doing combat sports, anything at any time and anywhere, anything could happen. But for him to say that just because he worked in the operating room and he haven't seen these tears occur and not a lot of boxes coming to his particular hospital or operating room doesn't mean that it doesn't happen. Okay, so let's take that out of the argument to win an argument. All right, that's part of his narrative, is to say this is why he feels this way, and what's my point.
So you said it happened in sparring. I said it didn't. So you was right that it happened in sparring. Errol said that he was sparring and he heard a pop. So it happened in sparring, right? Cool. But what's the point, though? I don't understand. What are we getting at here? Be so eager, James Fleming, what's going on, to try to prove me wrong. That don't even make sense. So you just eager to say, oh, I was wrong? What difference does it make? Is that what you're getting at? To say, Blue's wrong. I ain't perfect. Cool. But what's the point, though?
When I try to prove my point that I am not just right, but you said I try to put words in your mouth. You said I'm trying to prove you wrong. So I have to come back and say, listen, man, I'm a man, yo. Listen, I ain't trying to put nothing in your mouth. Not a damn thing, yo. So, and I'm trying to explain to you that that's a false narrative, because what's the point? What's the point? Well, let me tell you the point. To Spence fans, it's not a point. It's only a point when it benefits them in argument. That's how I see it. Now, for Crawford fans, it's a benefit if that argument comes along in the future. You got what I'm saying now? That's the fucking point.
What's the point? Like, see, this is what happens, right? Y'all be too eager to try to, you be overly happy to just try to prove me wrong. It's not about proving me wrong. It's about the sport of boxing. Who cares if I was wrong? Then I was wrong. Okay, now what was the point, though? King Judah brother in the super chase, I believe the eye injury happened in an accident. Noah Errol, they did it so he wouldn't be told he couldn't fight. The man is known as the truth. This is a fact.
So, perfect example about a false narrative been pushed for a long time until we got a correction from Errol Spence. And this is the proof. King Judah, he's always on your channel. He support. Big up to him. I don't know him. But he said, I believe that Errol Spence hit his eye injury and it happened in an accident. But where did he get this subconsciously that happened? Because the man got into an accident. He went, see, this is how I'm talking about sheep and followers. And if you just push a false narrative and you let it keep going, how people, they don't even know that they're thinking this. They just feel this because how you present it. And then you said facts. Well, what facts is there? He got into the car accident, right? He got into the car accident. He went for a pre-exam checkup, right? That means they check his heart rate, they check his bones, everything. They check everything. They check his eyes, right? Before a fight, a pre-fight medical to get cleared to fight Danny Garcia. But and still, this man, King Judah, insists to say that he hit it. Well, where the fuck he hit his retina? How do you hide that? If you got to go for a pre-checkup examination after the car accident. You see how dotish that fucking sounds? It sounds real fucking dotish. And that's why I like clearing up my shit when I want to clear my shit up. Because see, your followers, your dominions, your sheep, when you push a narrative, yeah, it can get corrected. but it's too late. So now this same dude, King Judah, right? If Errol Spence loses, he'll be pushing, yeah, well, you know, it's because it's because it happened in a car accident. And you like, facts. The fuck is a fact? You didn't even correct the man. All right, let's move on. But you see where I'm coming from as an example. See, I said, I'm not trying to win an argument with you. I'm trying to show you as an example. That's what I'm pushing at this moment. That's my motive. Well, I got a different motive now, but I will be pushing this motive now on. I'm not trying to win an argument. No, I'm using it as an example. And this guy, King Judah, that left that message, and you said facts. Facts to let him believe what he wants to believe, the false narrative. After we just discussed this on your channel, that, okay, I'm right about it happened in sparring, and you admitted it. So, and then you said, what's the point? Yeah, but you still insist. Yeah, but I'm not making sense, right? Right? Because, you know, people that want to argue, they can't see as far as their argument. They can't understand that. They stuck on winning an argument, but they can't understand what's the reasons why I'm putting you in an argument to create a freaking situation that I want to show. The example.
That's a Fuji back in the super chat. You said I was wrong in making things up. The point was it was false narrative going on. Can't use that excuse. It was car accident or anywhere else. I never said it was a car accident. Hold on. Hey, BMTV, check this out though. I never said it was an accident. Okay, Captain Fuji, you want to ride this train before I get off? Okay, let's do it.
So he said, and I didn't say it happened in a car accident. All right? Now I'm up to what? $15 in super chats? But I'm a hater, right? Yeah, but I'm using you just as much as you using me because you ain't asking my super chat. But I'm donating because I'm not a bitch ass nigga and I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. Because if I was mad, I'd be like, fuck this channel, nigga. I ain't giving this nigga a dime. But I'm way past that because we talking boxing. And I'm a boxing channel. So you said, I never said it happened in an accident. Never said you did. But the example is your followers. See, this is Spence fans and Bud Crawford fans. So if your fan right there just say, I believe that it happened in a car accident, but he was trying to hide it so he could fight. And then you say, facts. Well, you didn't correct him, right? You didn't correct him when he said he believed it was in a car accident, but you want to correct me when I say car accident, right? And I said, you can't use that narrative. In other words, not just you, all your followers can't use that narrative that it happened in a car accident. You told him facts. You telling me I ain't saying it happened in a car. No, I know that, man. Don't be trying to be slick over here, man, with that. Don't try to be slick. Because I know that stuff. Yo, I know that. It's like sleight of hand, sleight of tongue. Don't even try that with me, man. All right? So let's go on a higher level here, man. Don't play these games with me. Oh, I never, 'cause that's what they do. I'm just saying. Oh, you know, I never said it, right? Playing all this innocent shit, man. Listen, at the end of the day, and then he want me to ride a train. I drive. I don't get on trains. There's a train station up the block here, a train station over there. I try to avoid the train station. Not to say I'm better than anybody, but I drive. So I'm not riding nobody's train. All right? But basically, watch. You're not even seeing what I'm seeing. Come on, let's roll the clip some more, man.
I'm not lying, you idiot. If I said it's a high possibility, that means it could have happened in a car accident and it could have happened in sparring. High possibility means it could have happened any place. What's wrong with you people, man? Who cares? If I said it's a high possibility it happened in a car accident, who cares? High possibility means it could have happened anywhere. I don't know if y'all understand what that means. See, this is what I'm talking about. Y'all be saying stuff and don't even define what you're saying. You don't even know what you're talking about. So if in hospital terms, I go to the hospital, somebody say, well, when did this happen? Oh, it's a high possibility it happened. That's not 100% accurate. The people, goodbye, bro. Goodbye. Goodbye. Brother, goodbye. I'm done. Goodbye. Now go ahead and make your videos and tell the people how I blocked you.
Blue just blocked me, man. And you know what's so funny, right? It's not even really serious. It's not even, we boxing fans, right? We try to get our point across, and we try to let some of these hard-headed people try to understand our perspective, right? But it's so funny, right? I have my I'm up to what, $22 in super chats already, right? So I'm a hater, right? But somebody said something to him. If you like, look at the last clip, and they said, "Blue, you did say that," and then he blocked that one. Then somebody else said it, and then he got amped up. He got ramped up because he feels like just two people agreed with me on his channel, and he got heated, yo. Like, bro, why are you getting heated? Listen, man, I'm a small channel, and guess what? I don't even do live chats. I don't even do lives. I just make a video and be out. That's it. I don't ask for nothing. I don't even do lives. I don't even do like, certain pictures where you can see what I'm exposing or what I'm talking about in boxing. If it's Canelo, if it's Terrence, if it's Manny, if it's and I'm saying come see me soon or I'm gonna do this live chat. I don't do none of that, man. I don't do none of that. So I can never be as big as you. But nigga, you blocked me. Like you really blocked me. Like you really got in your feelings, yo. You really got in your feelings, yo.
Go ahead, man. Goodbye. So now go ahead. Now make another video. Here, let me give you something to make it about. So you're gonna use my picture, right? I ain't got no haircut, nothing. So here, let me help you out. Let me give you a picture that you can use that'll attract the people for you. Hey, let me help you out, bro. Let me give you something that and it got my name on it. You understand what I'm saying? There you go. You want me to put a Blueblood hat on for you? You want me to put a Blueblood hat on for you? These dudes are, I don't understand people, man. You want me to pause for you? Yeah, give me a picture. Screenshot it. Screenshot it. Then you got the thumbs up and everything, bro. Go ahead and screenshot it now.
Oh, my dude. You posed for me. You put the blue old mask on. You kept the Nets hat on, but that's okay because I'm from Brooklyn, so it is what it is. Then you gave me a thumbs up and you posed. Hey, you did it for me, man. It's all good. Yeah. Thank you, sir. I'm going to use a thumbnail. Damn right I'll use that thumbnail to get my point across.